Hey, 7th graders, Mix there here. Welcome to lesson 2, where we're going to be talking about percents, fractions, and decimals. Hopefully some of this feels like review for you, but if not, that's totally okay. Your learning target today is that I can recall and apply prior knowledge of percents, decimals, and fractions. The rest of this unit is going to rely heavily on percentages. So as you look through this, if a lot of this is feeling brand new to you, make sure that you reach out to me or Miss Saylor for whatever help you need. So let's start by just talking about what percent means. So looking at this word percent, and percent actually comes from an old Latin word for 100. And there's some other places that you might see, particularly this part, cent, in the world. Like this bug that I really love, centipedes. They're named centipedes because they have 100 legs. A century is the word we use to represent 100 years. A centimeter is 1 out of 100 meters. And in the United States, we call our penny a cent, and what it represents is 1/100th of a dollar, aka there are 100 pennies per $1. So that word cent means 100. So per cent is parts per 100. And maybe that per sounds familiar because we've been using this a lot in our discussion of ratios. So 0% is 0 parts of 100. 25% is 25 parts of 100. 50%, 50 parts of 100. And 100% is 100 parts of 100. It's important to understand how percentages work because percentages show up in our life more than most math concepts. Like you will see them absolutely everywhere. Sales work with percentages, weather is based on percentages, grades and the news, and in finances, your battery. And really, once you start looking for it, you will see percentages everywhere. So it's really important for us that you understand how they work. In our last lesson, we were talking about these part to whole ratios. And a percentage is a part to whole ratio, but it's a unique one where that whole or that denominator is always 100. So we will be representing percentages as proportions or fractions or ratios, and the denominator or the bottom number will always be 100. And let's get started with remembering how these work, particularly about how you work interchangeably between a percentage, a decimal, and a fraction. So what you see in front of you in these squares, these are like percent area squares. And we call them percent area squares because each side is 10 units long, which means that in total, this entire square has 100 little pieces in it. And since we're looking at parts per 100, we can use this to talk about what percent of this square or how many parts per 100 are shaded. So in this first square, you can see that we have a row of 10, another row of 10, and then 5 more squares that are shaded. So in total, this represents 25 out of our 100 squares. So I could say 25 per 100, which means that it is 25%. That's the percent symbol. Our fraction for this would be, we have 25 pieces out of 100. And then the decimal in this case can be a little bit trickier because we need to remember our place value. So this decimal would actually be 0.25, and that is because this is our ones place, this is our tenths place, and then lastly we have our hundredths place. And whatever is in that hundredths place, or this spot right here, is how many out of 100 you have. So if we have 25 things right here, that is 25 things out of 100. If you're used to talking about money, this would be 25 cents or 25 parts out of 100. So our decimal here is 0.25. Let's talk about this 85% here. What 85% means is that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 entire rows of 10 plus 5, so 85 out of 100. So our fraction, or our percentage, our percentage is 85%, or 85 out of 100. Our fraction would be 85 over 100. Our part is 85, our whole is 100, and our decimal in this case is 0.85. We have 85 hundredths. I want you to pause and try to do this last one on your own. So what we have here is, it says we have 40 squares out of 100 squares. That is 40%, 40 over 100, and the decimal is 40 hundredths, or 0.40. So let's talk about how we can start converting between percentages, fractions, and decimals. So the first thing I want you to do is look at this decimal right here, 0.05, and label your place values. So first we have our ones place, and then we have our tenths place, and our hundredths place. And when we are converting a decimal to a percent, we always want to look at that hundredths place. So an example would be this decimal of 0.05. What it means is 5 parts out of 100. It's in that hundredths place, or 5 per 100, or as we've been talking about, that means 5%. And we are converting a percent to a fraction. Your denominator is always going to start as 100. So an example in this case would be 5 over 100, but we could simplify that. Because 5 and 100 both have a factor of 5, we can simplify by dividing both of these by 5. So actually, let me erase this equal sign. And what I'm going to say is instead divide both top and bottom, numerator and denominator, by 5. And what that equals is 1/20. So this would be the fraction that represents 0.05. I'm going to walk through 3 more examples, and then I'll give you guys a chance to try it and check your work. Let's start with 3%. I like to start with my fractions because I know that 3% means 3 out of 100. And for me, fractions are the easiest thing. Once I get that, I have a couple things I can do. I can either be, well, that means 3 hundredths. So I can look at my place value and remember, well, there's my ones place. And then I have nothing in my tens place. And 3 hundredths mean that there should be a 3 there. Or I could also pop this fraction, 3 over 100, into my calculator and do the math. This is equal to 3 divided by 100. Remember, fractions are just division. So there's a couple ways you can look at that. Let's talk about, what does this decimal 0.15 represent? And since this ends in my hundredths place, what this means is I have 15 per 100, or 15 over 100. So 15 per 100. And if it's per 100, that means per cent. So we have 15%. All right, let's try this 1/8. And my recommendation for you in a fraction like this is type it in your calculator. 1/8 means 1 divided by 8. Go ahead and type that in your calculator. What I get when I type 1 divided by 8 is I get this decimal 0.125. Now this is kind of new for us because so far we've only seen decimals with 2 place values. And what this means is that we have some information in our thousandths place. But Recalling that previous slide, we really only want to know about these first two things. That's our parts per 100. So this can get a little bit tricky. So what I want to tell you guys to do is, when it's time to see a decimal like this and turn it into a percent, if you think of this as per 100, you can actually take your decimal and multiply it by 100 to find out what percent it would be. So if you take 0.125 times 100, what you get is 12.5. And so while this is your decimal, this right here will be your percent. So that equals 12.5%. Okay, try these on your own, check back and see how you did, and then let me or Miss Sailor know how we can help you as you work on your journal problems. There's your first set. 12% is 0.12, or 12 over 100, which simplifies as 3/25, because that common factor of 4, when I divide, I get 12 divided by 4 is 3, 100 divided by 4 is 25. This next one's a little trickier. Sorry, I didn't mean to make it this tricky, but because this one is in our thousandths place, you can actually start this fraction as over 1,000. Honestly, if this one didn't make sense to you, don't worry too much about it right now. But we can take this 72 over 1,000 and reduce that, which gets us to 9/125. And again, really, if that fraction part doesn't make sense to you, we will try really hard to not give you these thousands. Sorry, that slipped in. But the percentage is 7.2%. And let's try this last one, 7/8. So 7/8 is equal to 7 divided by 8, and 7 divided by 8 is equal to 0.875. And if I take 0.875 and multiply it by 100, I see that I actually get 87.5%. All right, grab your journal problems, give these your best try, let us know how we can help you, and best of luck. You're amazing and you got this.